slept pretty good last night. But even with that ear cleaning yesterday, I'm still dizzy. I feel like my blood sugar will be, well, I thought I had everything laying here. There it is, right in front of my face. See what it is. It feels like it should be normal. We'll see. If people's wondering why I do this every morning, this is the only system I've come up with where I can absolutely know for sure if I took my sugar or not and not give myself a double shot. So, makes sense to me. Bear with me, or you can fast forward it to whatever else I'm talking about, I guess. Boy, I hate sticking that finger. Damn, 3 sticks and, oh boy, that hurts. I'm gonna have to get me one of them automatic stickers. This puncturing itself sucks. There we go. Let's see what it is. I'll let you guys see first. Why'd I even do this? Is it over yet? 105. That's good. If I could just get this cotton picking balance problem over with, I could get my butt back out back and do some work. Well, there it is. Let me see. Had to think a minute whether it was evening or morning. 50. You know, when they started me out on these things, they started me out at 5 units. And then it was 10 units, and then it was 12, and 15, and 20. Then they made a big jump and went all the way to 30. Then they jumped again to 40 and then to 50, and 50 seemed like the happy medium. Belly shot. Oh. Boy, I wished I could hear that ticking like that camera can. That. I'd sure like to be able to hear again like I used to when I was a young fella. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to change needles on that thing. I used last night's needle. Well, c'est la vie. Oh, my first sip of coffee. Boy, that's good. That's something else I've noticed on these videos when I watch them now is when I take a sip, I don't just do that. I gotta go. I think I come by that honest. My granddaddy Pearson, he used to do that. Only he wasn't allowed to drink coffee at home. He had to drink something called Postum. My grandma, she was a Seventh-day Adventist. She didn't believe in coffee. She didn't believe in cigarettes. She didn't believe in drinking, even though 2 of her kids were alcoholics. When the sun went down on Friday, you didn't do nothing but eat and go to the bathroom till the sun went down on Saturday. And during that 24-hour period, you didn't cook. You had to cook it on Friday. She didn't believe in jewelry. She didn't believe in makeup. Just all kind of weird. No ham, no pork. One time, me and my brother and sisters was at Grandma's, and she sent my brother George. No, wait a minute, that was me. She sent me across this old country dirt road at a little grocery store kind of thing over there, and sent me over there to get some shortening, she called it. Well, to me, shortening was lard. That's what my mama used, lard. And so I went over there and I got a little box of lard, and I come back. I had to take that all the way back over there and change that for some shortening, vegetable shortening. And one time, now what I was remembering about my brother, George, he had a couple of pennies or something, and this was on a Saturday. And you didn't do nothing, you didn't trade or nothing on Saturday, not at Grandma's house. And he slipped over across the road, went over and got him a little penny sucker. And he come back across the street sucking on that thing. Grandma grabbed a switch, switched him over, look there, I burped again. Boom. Switched him little old skinny legs, sent him scurrying back over to the store, and he went over to the store and he laid that thing down there on the dirt next to the building. Come back crying. He never forgot that. And even sometimes if it was storming or raining and lightning, you didn't run around, you didn't play. You sit there and you stayed still. You was quiet, because she said it was the Lord's work, and you wasn't making no noise and playing. So she had some weird stuff. See, I remember one time we was having dinner at somebody's house, and there was like pork chops, man, stuff like that. It's pork. And we could eat any of the vegetable, but we couldn't eat any of the meat. I'll never forget that, boy. I wanted a piece of that so bad. But sometimes when she wasn't looking, or she left the room or something, I'd grab me a piece and stick it under my shirt. I'd go outside and eat that thing. But that was my Grandma Pearson. She had 11 kids. 11 kids, and only one of them died when it was just an infant. All the rest of them made it. I had 9 aunts and uncles and my daddy. And My daddy was an alcoholic, and Uncle Aubrey was an alcoholic. And I don't know if Uncle Jack might have drank some, I don't know.
Spilled over the side, don't worry about that. I'm going to show you how to clean up the whole candle after.
Do I have a secret feminine side?
So I'm just going to take this and set it to the side with the other candle.
It's kind of interesting the way she does it.
And this final candle is going to be...
But I ain't making no dang candles.
But first, coffee candle. And the black is...
I wish they'd get a little bit more dumps done. They don't talk to me as much as they used. Of course, they got a lot of subscribers now, you know. I think they're on the way to 7,000 subscribers. And I can't even...
Let's chunk the little one a little bit.
I may have 6 or 7 subscribers. But my stuff's not. Well, right now I'm laid up with this
when you're chunking, just make sure
balance problem. I can't get out there and do my craft and stuff like I want to.
So it can actually hold it steady.
Maybe I need to make candles.
The better position your wick is before you pour your wax, the better your candle's going to look when it's done.
Hell, one time this morning when I started making this video, it was early and I sat down here and turned the camera on and I was yapping about something. And 30 minutes later, I had dozed off. I woke up, the batteries were dead in the camera, the SD card was full of nothing but me sitting there and snoozing. That's an old man thing, I guess. I can go to sleep real easy. I don't have to. I wonder if I'm supposed to let them know if I'm
you never want to fill it to the
putting them on a video on mine.
You know, as close to the top as you can.
I hadn't thought about that. I don't understand that, what's legal about it and what's not legal about it. Everybody keeps telling me, I went down to the store the other day, Publix, and I was videoing. And somebody said, well, you can't put that on there unless they tell you you can. I'm like, really? So I don't know.
Alright, got a good base
I don't know.
Let's pour over our melted wax.
I may make some candle holders like Chris made there. His is out of that end grain, different parts of wood.
That you're chunking with, and then the wax that you're melting. You just want to make sure that each scent
I got a suggestion for her, and I don't know squat about candle making.
And coffee.
But
you know, something like that. You want to make sure that
idea about how it'd be much simpler to do, and the end result would be the same.
Or that it complements.
I'll tell her that in private, though. Maybe it's not. Maybe it won't work. I don't know. Just read a comment. Somebody said,
perfume in front of the TV.
what I do is not really scrapping. Well, I guess it depends on what you call scrap.
I was looking for it yesterday.
And what I hauled home yesterday was scrap. It was in the trash. And I salvaged it, I drug it home. It's damn sure scrapping. Granted, it's not metal, but it's wood. You know, you can repurpose wood too. I can't get out and do the metal stuff anymore. Start with, I don't have a truck. And I got to face it, I'm 76. I can get hurt real easy. Hell, I can brush up against a tree or something in my arm and draw blood. So I have, you know, I want to stick around a while. And furniture was my trade for 40 years. And when I see something like yesterday, what I saw was the table, the Queen Anne, with the Queen Anne legs on it. I know what those legs cost. If you was making a project and you needed legs like that, you're going to pay in excess of $10 a piece for them if you're just buying 4. So hell yeah, I got them. And I took the legs off the table, and I brought the tabletops home too because it had hardware. I don't want the tabletops because they're junk, but the legs are not. But the hardware on them tables, if I make a project with them, I need the hardware. So why not drag it home? That's better. So that's scrap. Anyway. Yeah, scrap. I mean, all that wood out there in my shop, where you think it come? It didn't come from Lowe's. It come from somebody's curb or sitting beside the dumpster. Yeah, scrapping. So, no offense to my commenter on that, I scrap. Call it what you want, but I scrap. I'm probably a wannabe hoarder too, but my daughter tells me that. I'm back. Had to let my doggies in. I have to let them out first thing in the morning. And I almost forgot. It's still kind of cool out there. But, yeah, this is a jersey out of trash. It's just brand new. It's brand new. Somebody's paid over $20 for this shirt. Probably close to the 30, because this ain't no cheap jersey. But you know, another man's trash. Another man's trash is another man's treasure. Well, this is a treasure, and even got my new hat on. Oh, got my teeth in. Some say it makes me sound different. I don't know whether it does or not. But I was going to eat a bag of pistachios for breakfast. That's why I got them in. I went to get them. And I ain't gonna be able to eat them because they ain't there. I know who got them. I know who got them. Everybody said, I ain't seen them. Yeah, somebody seen them. But that's the biggest problem in my life. I'm in good shape. Now, I have to get, now I figured out when I wake up, I have to get up in slow motion. I have to sit, it takes me 20 or 30 minutes to get moving when I sit up in the bed, because if I get up too fast, I'm going to get sick. And I got just a little bit nauseous this morning, but it wasn't like it was yesterday morning or the day before. And it's got all something to do with that cotton picking ear. And boy, if I'd have known, let's see, what year did I get discharged? 1962 or 63, I was getting discharged from the Army. And I was in an artillery outfit, and I caught the muzzle blast off of that was on a 155 howitzer. I was where I shouldn't have been at the time when the firing order come down. And I wasn't 6, I bet you I wasn't 6 feet when that gun went off. But that was it, that not only was that my fault, it was the safety officer's fault, the gunner's fault. Things, they're supposed to make sure it's clear in front of that thing, and you know, there's certain safety precautions they take. They didn't take it that day. So everybody got in trouble on that, and I got permanent damage. And I signed off on it when I was discharged because they was like going to send me back to the doctor, and that was going to take another day or two, and I just wanted to go home, and I signed off on it. Yep, I signed off on it. I could probably fight it, and but you know, I'm getting care anyway. But the only thing, my problem is hearing aids. I have to buy these little cheap hearing aids, these $100 ones, and they're nothing like a real good one is, but I can't afford them things. They want $2 grand. I don't have it. My insurance only pay up to $500, but that leaves me on the hook for another $1,500, so I can't do it. Anyway, let's frick this finger. I feel kind of jittery this morning, like I might have low blood sugar. But I thought that it was yesterday. What's wrong with my monitor? There it goes. Anyhow, let me get some blood here, and now let you you know, I can see the reflection of this thing in that lens, but I can't read it. Anyway, it feels low. Let's see if I'm right. 86. That's normal for me is around 100. So now I'm gonna take a sip of coffee because there ain't really no sugar in it though, there's some creamer. I suppose I ought to start wearing these dentures more. I've had them, gosh, I don't know, 15 years. And I still think that was the smartest thing for me to do was have all my teeth pulled. When it turned out that it was going to cost more to repair them during my natural teeth. I had a little gum problem, and I just yank them suckers out and make me a set of dentures. Now it was cheapest in the long run, and they're not really a discomfort, you know. You taste your food better without them in them, providing you can chew. There's not a whole lot I can't eat, you know, without the dentures, without them. But man, I'll tell you what, I am sure. I feel like I'm a shot. I get the hammer in here and I forget where I'm at. See, that's what I mean by I get off track real easy. And I made my list last night about what I'm gonna do today. So I'm going to see if that helps me stay on track a little bit. Of course, a lot depends on, I ain't got it cranked up yet. have to crank this thing. It ain't gonna run without being wound up. There we go. I didn't even feel a sting at all this morning on that. I don't know why that is. Put my shirt down. I stay well below that chest area ever since I give myself that nipple shot the other day. But anyway, I can't get my daughter to cut my hair. She is bound and determined that I'm going to the barber and get a regular haircut, and by regular she means that I got to comb it. You know, I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to be bothered with combing my hair. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to see a lady or anything. You know, I like it close. I like it almost bald. You're going to have to go. I'll even give you the money myself to do it, pay for it. And I said, I'm not going to, I don't get it. What's the problem? You know, jeez, I want it close. I don't want to be bothered with combing it. It feels better when I'm bald. I may look ridiculous. I don't know. But I know what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Now, she'll cut it, because she tried this one time before, about a year ago. And I did that, and she was ready to cut it. Hold on. Yep, it's a mess. Last time she did that, she cut it after See, I can't reach back there and cut all that. My shoulders don't like to do that. But if I can make an effort to cut it some, and she sees that, well, you ain't walking around like this. Okay. I said I was going to try and cut it again, but if you insist, so. Isn't that nice? It already feels better. You know, does it look bad enough yet? Dang, I didn't know I had that much hair. Whew. Bet you cut it now, because I'll start walking around without my hat, and I'll go visit the neighbors. I'll tell you what, I think that's going to look pretty good. There. See, I'll wait she comes home. I'll keep my hat on. Now, let me find the trash for all this hair. There you go. See, that already feels better. Oh, there's more hair. I may have to get vacuum on this. Anyway, there we go. Hey, looks like I may have picked up some more subscribers. I can't believe people's interested in what I'm saying, because this was mainly just for my grandson. You know, my daughter said something the other day. She said, you know, you're messing with this video stuff. You ought to just make some videos for your grandsons to have when you're gone. So I said, well, that shows me right there you ain't watching them. Because I said that's what it was all about. It was for family, for my grandsons and anybody else in the family that wanted to look at them. And she said, well, I did look at one. I said, which one did you look at? She said, that one where you said my daughter grounded me. Well, she did ground me. And I'm still a little bit ticked about that. But I could see the point, you know. She always waits. Her birthday's in December, and your tax expires in this state on your birthday every year. And those tags just expired. It was still December when she grounded me. And so I don't think they would have bothered giving her a ticket. I guess she's got them now. I don't know, because I'm driving now. Anyway, yeah, I done picked up 3 more subscribers here. You know, some of these YouTube people, they're friendly. They're nice. They ask questions and ask about my grandsons, and I'm kind of liking this. And there says, hi, Scrapping Pallet Man sent me to you. We'll continue to watch your videos. Well, thank you, Miss Twiggy. I'll have to go to your site, and there's one from, who is his? Baseball cards and more, Timmy 519. What about that? I like friends, you know, I do. I do. I'm really afraid, you know, I could go down here to Publix grocery store. There's some big chain here. I don't know. They're all over the place, though. And I could sit out there and I could make friends with a lot of women. But seems like the women, and I'm not saying this just like I'm some kind of stud muffin or something, because what it is, they tend to get serious, you know, romantically, you know, and I'm pretty bad on the diabetic side, and there's lots of things that when you're diabetic that goes haywire, like numbness in your feet and in your lower legs, and just all kind of stuff, you know, and slower to heal. And there's things that don't work that needs to work if you got a lady in your life. I think that's the way it goes. And why would I get serious? I'm not. My body's not complete. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. if I don't know, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's different. I tried getting serious a couple of times, and after my wife passed away, one was about 2 years after she passed away, and oh boy, that lady, she was a gem, but boy, she was kind of flaky. And I was sitting there one night, and she pulled out I think it was a 9mm, just to show me that she was able to take care of herself. And that just come out of the wild blue, and I'm like, I think, of course, she was a little bit younger than me. She was 44. And, I just quit going. But I wasn't having problems then, you know, that I'm having now. And then this other lady, I got involved with her a little bit, but I still felt married. I didn't want to, I am still married. My wife's dead and gone. But I'm still married to her. And we had 48 years. I miss her so much. I miss her a lot more than she thought I would miss her, I guarantee you that. And I didn't know I depended on her for so many things. Lord of mercy. But she was just an old hillbilly girl. Never hardly been out of the holler up there. Or she born at home. They never had much. I remember one time she was talking about running out of some kind of, she liked to do embroidery. She run out of the threads and stuff. And the next time I come to see her, I was coming from Florida to North Carolina to see her. And I stopped, and bought her some embroidery threads. I think I brought her maybe 30 or 40 skeins, they call it. Because it was only 5 cents a skein back then. And I give her that embroidery thread, and it was like I give her a new car or something. She just, that was unreal. And then there was the times that she never went to a store with money in her hand and buy something, make a transaction in a store of any kind. Grocery store, dime store, ice cream parlor. She'd never done any of that. I mean, they lived way back in the holler. And it was like 15, 20 miles of town. But she never bought, she wouldn't to go to the grocery store when we first got married. I had to go and I had to do the transaction. She wouldn't do it. That's how backward. I hate to say that, but it was. She just wouldn't do it. She finally got out of that. That was my baby. We was married 7 years before we had a kid. And doctor wanted her to have an abortion. She had rheumatoid arthritis pretty bad. Doctors told her she needed to have an abortion, but that we didn't even go there. That we don't believe in it. Absolutely don't believe in abortion. Now, if it's some mitigating circumstances or something, like a rape or an incest or something like that, I hardly don't even believe in it if it's a rape, unless it is incest. Then maybe, I don't know. I don't know what makes it right, what makes it not right. I personally don't believe in it, but I don't fight the people that do believe in it. You know, if they want, that's their choice. If they want to do it, it's just like religions. If you want to be a Catholic, a Muslim, or what, that's your choice. It's not mine. And so you make your own choices. I may not like it, but we didn't believe in that, and thank God we didn't, because we had my daughter 1970, December 21st, and 2 years later had my son. I wish I still had him. He passed away 1986. In a car accident. Him and a friend of his, they both died in that thing. It was his girl. I don't want to get off on that. Let's see what's on the agenda here. Did I take my shot? Yeah, I took my shot. Seems like I'm forgetting something. I'm sure I'll think of it. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm still wobbly though. Anyway, in 56, 57, I didn't know who the heck Elvis Presley was. I didn't pay no attention to that stuff. My sister did. And we got to go to back then it wasn't called a concert, it was just a show. And he had a show coming up at the Carolina Theater. This was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And, it was Elvis Presley, he was the main thing, and then there was June Carter. That's way back before she ever married Johnny Cash. And Justin Tubb, Ernest Tubb's son. Never forget that red suit that Justin Tubb had on. But Elvis Presley's son, and to this day I can't tell you what he sung. I don't remember what Justin sung. I don't remember what June Carter taught, but she did a comedy skit, I remember that. But that was the first and only time I ever saw Elvis Presley in concert. However, years later, I got to meet him in person and talk to him. And being the idiot that I was, still amazes me to this day. But it's while I was in the Army, and he was in the Army at the time, and he was standing outside these, it wasn't the barracks, but it might have been the, I don't know, it's one of them government buildings anyway. He was standing outside there with one person. And we did a double top. I'm like, is that Elvis? Yeah, and so I took my little skinny A over there and asked him who he was, and of course, yeah, you know, and I was just amazed that he's standing there and there ain't no people around or nothing, just me and my buddy and him and one of his buddies. And I asked him the dumbest, most ignorant question I ever asked anybody in my life. I told him that I saw him at a concert in North Winston-Salem and told him where I was sitting and did he remember me. You dumb. That's what I did.
You gotta figure that look out.
And he was very polite. And he even said, sir.
I gotta get.
And I'm like a little, he was a sergeant and I was a little PFC, I think, at the time. And he was very polite. No, sir, I really don't. Said it's hard to see anybody out there. And then on top of that, should have got a picture. Didn't do it. Had the camera with me. Didn't do it. Boy, what a dummy I was then. I always liked Elvis. Always. He was a good American boy, man. I mean, when he got drafted, you didn't hear no willy-nillying around about, well, I don't need to go, I need to, you know, you didn't hear none of that. He went. He went. Back then, if you was called, it was your duty. Most people felt like it was the patriotic thing to do. And he surely went, and he did his 2 years. Yeah. Very sad day when he died. I don't know. Boy, I tell you what, that cutting on my hair a while ago is driving me nuts. I got hair. I'm gonna have to get the vacuum out and get on that. But anyway, that is my Elvis story. What a jerk. How stupid was that? I sure wished I'd have got a picture of that. And he would just pose with it, you know, he was just another soldier on the post there, and this was in Germany. He wasn't stationed at the same post I was. I forget what man that. We was doing something. We had to make a, I don't know what to call it now, where we had to get in a Jeep and drive from Bad Kitchen where we was at. I think it was somewhere around Frankfurt. Can't remember. Delivering something. It was in the pouch. And one guy was driving I was with, and I was the shotgun. I don't know what was in the pouch. I don't care. But I had a great time over there. Really did.
Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. But mother will catch you, cradle and all. Baby is drowsy.